Apple releases new iPhones every year, and hey, there's a lot of hype surrounding these launches. iPad releases, though, they never seem to hit quite the same way. And that's a crying shame, especially this year, because the iPad mini 2021, it's got to be the most improved Apple product to have launched in a long, long time. So today, let's go ahead and take a look at Apple's newest little iPad. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and let's get started. We've got the iPad mini in purple color with a matching folio case to go with it. Apple calls it English lavender. Cute. Let's rip the handy tabs off and open up the box. There's an iPad mini here, wrapped in plastic. A couple of satisfying peels later, we have the iPad mini in all its purple glory. The back looks clean with an Apple logo and a single camera sensor. Talking about the logo, we get two stickers here, yay! Along with that, we have a regular, welcome guide, SIM tool, and surprise, surprise, a 20-watt charger with a Type-C cable. I love the switch to Type-C, and of course the fact that the charger is included in the box. Hey, gotta like that, right? What do you think odds are Apple removes the charger with the next mini to be more environmentally conscious? Sarcasm apart, this is the iPad mini with the folio case on. Snaps into place thanks to those magnets. The matte texture, it seems great. With that out of the way, let's now actually talk about the design itself. This year's mini seems to have a lot more in common with the iPad Air than its predecessor. In fact, the square off edges here make it feel like almost a blown up iPhone 13 Pro Max. And that is not a bad thing. One area where I prefer Apple's tablet implementation is with the power button to the top. This one has a fingerprint scanner built in. And now, guys, here's something funny to ponder. A tablet is something you're less likely to use outdoors, when you're wearing a mask. But then this has a fingerprint scanner. A phone, on the other hand, something you use outdoors a lot more when you are wearing a mask. It has only Face ID. Weird, ain't it? Anyway, moving on, one half of the stereo speaker setup and the volume rockers are found up top. While this setup might seem weird at first glance, there is method to this madness. The right's where you have the magnetic connector to dock a Gen 2 Apple Pencil. So that's why they've had to move this up top. The sides are left bare save for the SIM slot since ours is the 5G model. We have the speaker grills flanking a USB-C port to the bottom, and there is no headphone jack, but even a blind man would have seen that coming. Next up, display. We have an 8.3-inch IPS LCD panel, Liquid Retina, as Apple calls it. This is up from 7.9 inches on the last mini. The screen looks great. It appears brighter and even sharper this time around, though the pixel density is not all that different. The fact that Touch ID has been moved to the power key up top is one of the ways they've managed to fit in a larger screen at a similar form factor. Another, of course, is the fact that the bezels are finally more 2021, if I can say that. I'd love this display. I'd say this is an amazing panel. This is the perfect panel, if not for the fact that Apple's kind of pulled a Samsung here handicapping their own product. The refresh is 60 Hz. Now, I don't mind the regular iPhone or even the regular iPad or hell, even the iPad Air for that matter having a 60 Hz panel, because as dish as it might sound, you want 120 Hz, go buy the more expensive model. It makes business sense for the brand. But here, unless Apple are looking to launch an iPad mini Pro, which is highly unlikely, this seems to be a kick in the nuts. One that hurts right here. Anyway, now that's not to say the interface isn't buttery smooth. It sure is. Because what else could it be when we have iPadOS 15 paired with an A15 Bionic? Now the A15 seems to have been downclocked a little, and there is a 5-core GPU like with all the new iPhone Pro models. All that tech babble aside, it feels lightning fast, and in our short time with it, everything runs smoothly. Apps opened up quick and were retained in memory when we were multitasking. So no complaints with performance. Generally, performance does come at a cost of battery life, but Apple claims the 19.3 watt-hour battery that they've included here is supposed to give you all-day battery life. Well, Apple's claims are Apple's claims, so I'll have more to say about this in my full review. Now moving on, we have a loud and clean set of stereo speakers with surprisingly good separation. Watching YouTube videos on this tab should be an absolute pleasure. Add to that the weight is just 297 grams. The iPad mini has got to be one of the best portable media consumption devices out there. unless storage is important and there's no micro. Let's not go there. Now, our unit straight out of the box did not come with the latest version of iPadOS. We did, however, have an update waiting once we set it up. iPadOS 15 is quite similar to iOS 15 in the sense that all the improvements that Apple have done with iOS, they kind of carry over here. Okay, next, let's talk optics. Cameras on tablets have almost always been an afterthought to me because, hey, I don't want to be that guy. Having said that, Apple have thrown in a reasonably good pair of 12 megapixel shooters, one each for the front and back. They're both serviceable, and the picture shot with the rear camera, more often than not, they turned out good enough for the occasional social media post or even a quick doc scan. The front-facing camera with its f2.4 aperture lens should do well enough for your Zoom or FaceTime calls. Now, before we get to price, let's take a moment to talk about the competition because there are still a few brands which make amazing tablets. Like, for example, Xiaomi with their Xiaomi Pad 5 or Xiaomi Pad 5 Pro, or even Samsung for that matter with their Galaxy Tab SS. They are excellent alternatives. In fact, for media consumption, reading comics, etc., I would prefer any of the aforementioned options. But all of them are let down by one thing, the ecosystem. Android still doesn't have a strong enough app library for tablets. As far as the tablet optimization goes, Apple is far ahead. This is epitomized by the fact that, think about this for a second, guys. On any Android tablet, Google's own Android, Google's own browser, Chrome, by default opens up mobile pages. Of course, you can swap to say Brave or something, but the point here is that Android tablets are rarely paid attention to. This gives Apple an almost monopoly here. This almost monopoly makes Apple do things like launch by year the iPads, and it also makes these launches a little more interesting than they should be. Usually, it's more of the same old from Apple with little to no difference, and it's not necessarily a bad thing to us consumers because personally, I've had no reason to upgrade from my 2018 iPad Pro. It is as good as any flagship Apple product. In fact, it's actually better than some new Apple products since it has a 120Hz display and all that. But like I said at the start of this video, the iPad mini, this is probably Apple's most improved launch in a long time. Going from this to this is a huge step forward. And for those looking for a small, tiny tablet, the iPad mini should definitely seem interesting. Of course, I'm going to have to test a lot more before I take a final call, given the chilly scrolling reports and whatnot. But for now, I am really liking what I'm seeing. And now it is time to address the elephant in the room, pricing. The base variant of the iPad mini 2021, it comes in at $46,900, and that's for the 64 gig model. The highest 256 gig Wi-Fi and 5G model comes in at a whopping $74,900. Well, you tell me what you think about that. And I guess that's pretty much it for this unboxing video. Give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it, because it is now time for me to bid you adieu. And hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. So thanks guys for your time. Thanks for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.